What ideas do you have from that book?
I was just gonna start off like, when was the last time you felt fully alive?
What the fuck? Low-key, I've been feeling alive. The last time I felt fully alive was I want to say breaking the rules during COVID.
Oh, I felt
Yeah,
I felt alive back then.
because I had problems, I had ups, I had downs, I had all of it. You know, life molested me.
I I remember my parents were like keeping me hostage in the house.
Yeah.
They thought I was being like selfish, putting them at risk, like by going out. But look at me now. They all got COVID at least once, and I never did.
Wait, you still haven't?
Oh,
Oh, you got a flu, but not necessarily COVID.
yeah. I always tested negative.
Well, I'm in the clear so far, so something's right. I think God wants us to, do our thing.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
always escaped. But
But-
anyway, have you ever seen an Indian in a car crash?
Indians, man.
Because I haven't. I've seen black people. I've seen white people. I've seen every other kind of Asian. But I've never seen an Indian guy or girl in a car crash.
That's hella true, man. Do you think?
I was on my way here. I was like, you know what? I've never seen that before.
Dude, I think Indians are the type of people to use the back roads.
But I always use the back roads.
Well, what's more crashable?
Honestly, anything.
Really? Because people argue that highways are safer because it's one direction, and you don't have to yield
So that's more of a reason for them to get in a crash then.
in one direction.
No, in like the side streets.
Yeah, because everyone's dumb sometimes. Dude, I've never seen an Indian play baseball either.
Oh, that's a good point.
Dude, man.
Have you ever seen one play football?
Like soccer or like American style?
Like American football.
No, dude.
Soccer, yes.
Indians are late.
Late? Mm-hmm. Like in terms of time, they're always late.
Yeah, dude. I was in class and my boy named Tarandeep. He is a Indian with the thing on his head.
What's that? Punjabi?
Yeah, what's the difference?
I
Because
don't
like
know.
there's the Indians. Like, is that the same culture as the red dot Indians?
Bro.
Man, we're taking
I don't know.
we're
There's,
taking
like,
Ali's advice to heart.
there's different dialects and shit. Like, you know, you have different islands and stuff in the Philippines. It's like the
Yeah.
same thing. Like different provinces, I think, or whatever. I don't know.
Dude, Indians, they're some smell normal
Oh God.
and some smell like I'm not saying, like
We've
it's
talked
not
about
bad,
the
it's
smelly
unique
thing.
too.
I don't care where you're from. You need to smell good. Anyway,
Yeah.
are you part of a vibrant community?
A vibrant community? Vibrant communities, can you explain?
I don't know. I think you are the vibrant community.
Yeah, dude, like not to be narcissistic, I think people would be bored without me. Would you agree? Who the fuck sings to a fucking, Thai guy at a Thai place? What? How are the curry noodles?
Bro, I blew up the toilet this morning.
I felt like shit.
There's dairy in curry noodles, man. Like,
Dude, how come Thai people from Thailand eat a lot of curry?
I don't know.
Is Thailand... I remember it not necessarily being close to India.
Do you taste a difference between Thai curry and Indian curry?
Indian curry...
I don't taste a difference.
I think because Indian curry is good with meat. Like, and then Thai is good on like carbs. Cuz you wouldn't get a Thai curry and put chicken in it, Not necessarily. I feel like Indians mastered their meat to curry ratio.
They put a lot more curry than meat, in my opinion.
In Thai?
No, in Indian.
I mean, Indian
My curry
food.
to chicken ratio is way off.
Dude, I was let's talk about racism.
Guess since we're already on the topic.
Do you think that you would participate? Because I'm in like this racism class, right? And then
You're
It's
in a racism class? Like for real?
it's kind of
For
cringy,
school?
man. Yeah.
Why do you need a racism class for
Okay.
your degree?
You tell me, man. I don't know, but
School's a scam. Go on.
but this is a thing called urban education, right?
Oh god. Urban.
And you know what triggers me more?
Huh.
Like like I'm not gonna cap, man. Racism is exclusively white and black, and I was like, there's more races than white and black people. You know what I'm saying?
That's a racist comment in itself.
Is it?
Like racism is only white or black?
I said it's
You
more
got
than
the
white
yellows,
and black.
you got
I said
the
it's more than white and
browns.
black.
Oh.
Yeah, because everyone's like talking about like strictly white and black segregation. And I was like, do you know there's Latinos, there's Asians, there's
You're like, what about me?
I know. I mean, I think because we're Asian, like, we're considered like the model minority.
Because we're better than in a lot of areas.
Yeah, because like socially and economically, we are white.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so it's like we're the only, a minority that is an example and we should lead, And I feel like you participate in the white flight.
What?
There's this term called the white flight, and I immediately thought of you.
What is that?
The white flight is when diversity enters a neighborhood and then the Caucasian people leave the neighborhood to a suburb.
What?
I thought of you and me, bro.
Would you do that?
Yeah. Like, for me, it's not a white flight. I think it's like a, call me an asshole. I think it's a safety flight,
Oh.
I think it's a safety flight type of ordeal, I totally see you doing the white flight.
I mean, if I see signs of trouble, definitely. I'm not saying about a race thing necessarily, but maybe. I don't know.
Is it the smells? I mean, honestly, like we say, Indians are also in a way a model minority. They own a lot of businesses.
Oh, they're a lot more intelligent too.
Oh, I saw the essay I did had a point about Indians.
You made an essay?
I made a paragraph
on
like why they are model minority. They're not afraid to be mean. And like Asians, like Chinese and Japanese care about unity and stuff, but Indians will be mean as long as in their way. Like how you explained, like they're rude because they want it ASAP.
In a business setting, they're actually really good because it's in their culture. It's a sign of respect. The more they haggle, the more respectable they look.
Dude, I'm telling you, you got to cuss out an Indian for them to respect you.
I've done that.
I did it too, man. It was so crazy. I did it when I was buying Trulies for the Rager.
You were negotiating Trulies?
No, he was being rude, so I was being rude back. And like, shut the fuck up, just scan these.
What did he say?
Like, move it like this. Like, what the fuck you mean, bro? I was like, I don't know. Because you know how like there's a little square and like pretend it's a Truly box. It kept bumping, man. I couldn't like put it under. So like, just take your damn thing and scan it and above the plastic window. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying, do you?
No.
Well, in some gas stations, there's a little interaction window.
Oh, I never go in gas stations.
Oh yeah, because it's electric.
What?
Your car's electric.
It still takes gas. It's a hybrid.
Oh yeah.
I just don't go in gas stations. I feel like that's like the number one place you can get mugged.
Well,
Especially like I go to Arco because it's the cheapest gas, but honestly, it's like the more sketchy one.
I feel you. By the way, you know what happened? So you know how low key everyone in the community was going to the give thanks on Saturday. Everyone's migrating to Wednesday now.
Why? It's the middle of the week.
It's Thanksgiving break.
Oh.
Do you think people will buy houses then?
No.
Exactly.
Wednesday's my day off.
Oh yeah, you should go. Dude, it's gonna be lit, man. But I'm kind of scared. I'm not doing anything though.
See,
you want to be depressed during Thanksgiving?
I don't react that way.
Well, people do. Good.
Okay. Anyways, if you were an expert in anything, what is it, and what would your advice be to someone asking for your advice in that thing?
Oh, remember in the last podcast I hate advice, but if I was going to give advice, I would give advice on lightening the mood. I think people are too serious. You know, like you sometimes, man.
I'm pretty serious. Even when I'm not serious, I look serious.
I know. You know, sometimes I say out of pocket shit just to make sure people are like reacting.
So like if it's just too quiet, you're going to think of the most like out of pocket thing. Just say it hella loud. And
yeah, some motherfuckers be on their phone too much. And I was like, I'm either going to be on my phone too. Because like, I think it's awkward sometimes.
When was the last time you did this?
Maybe not to like, I never had like a bad one, but it happens often. Like when you're around couples.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I noticed.
Like when you're fifth wheeling.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes I'll like go on my phone too, just to like fake being on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, what else am I gonna do?
Is it like when there's a topic that you can't relate to?
Yeah, I do that.
Dude, sometimes I find myself on the calculator app. just you know, putting some numbers in there just to make sure it look like I'm being productive and not a loser.
Low-key, I do that when I'm calculating like my commissions. But I do that when I'm in that situation.
Yeah. What do you think you'd be an expert in?
Probably more like in economics and money management.
Honestly, I think that's the best class you can take in high school.
That's like the most useful class.
Yeah. Honestly, man.
Not some racism, liberal shit class.
I mean, it's good for you if you study that, but...
You're not making any money doing that.
Dude, I feel like, you know... Because a lot of people in my class are triggered. And, like, when I respond to them, I was like...
They have purple hair.
I have no idea it's online, but, like...
Oh.
Like, I was like, I'm so passionate about racism. Like, I'm so blessed to grow up in a good community. I've never had discrimination. I'm so fortunate.
They're gonna hate you.
No, there's a good few. There's a good few who's like, I don't know what to say because I don't really know what to hate. You know? Like, it's so weird, like, how the society wires our brain to think differently. You know? Like, they'll get mad at you if you're not passionate about some cause.
I have a friend that I won't name, but like this friend has actually ghosted me a few times. Like, we're good right now, but this friend's ghosted me a few times for not like being outspoken about everything going on like in the world. But I'm just not like that. I'm not one to put it like have a sign on the corner of the road and be like, this is what I believe, you know, like, cool, you do that, fine, whatever. But I'm not like that. But this friend has like ghosted me for not being like that.
Honestly, and you could believe the same thing your friend does, but you might just show it differently.
Exactly. And that's exactly the case.
Yeah.
And like, you know how they have these IG posts like for the story that you share, like pray for whatever, or, you know, whatever, like all those things, Black Lives Matter, things like that.
Oh, I was just thinking about the black square thing.
Yeah, so that was the first time this happened.
Yeah, people got mad at me.
I didn't share it, but I don't share anything like that in general.
Yeah.
This person thought I was a fucking asshole for not doing that. I'm like, dude, I don't share anything.
Only like 10% of all Instagram did.
I share pictures and videos of cars I like. That's pretty much it. I don't. But yeah, that's kind of annoying.
I got canceled because of that too. And I was like, you know what? There are multiple ways to support a cause. And I don't necessarily like having a black square on my feed. You know what I'm saying?
It's just blank.
Exactly. And some people have no comments. And I was like, what's the context of this black? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's more like, you know, Sometimes it's like, sometimes you're so passionate that you just lose all logic, and I'm all for it.
And that's how they start fires in downtown.
Yeah, exactly.
Smashing windows and shit.
What are you passionate about?
Not smashing windows and starting fires. Like the opposite of activists.
Okay, but non-money, like, what would you be passionate about? I can think of like one thing. Or two.
I just really like cars.
Like for a cause though.
Oh, for a car.
Like for me, I
just like cars.
I believe in two things. I'll join a clean the earth movement, and I'll join stop animal abuse.
You know what? If I were to get on any of those like trains of activism for anything like that, I think it would be for saving the planet. That's a good one because that affects everyone. Like it's not so focused on one demographic that impacts all of us.
Yeah,
I think that's a good one. Like that's something that we should all take more seriously if we were to make a big deal of anything.
Yeah, dude. I've seen videos of the dog trade. Like, as a dog owner, man, I love my dog. I'll kill those Asians.
I know you said other than money, but taxes, man.
Oh yeah, I think that's that's quality of life, honestly.
Overthrow the people that are making those decisions.
Yeah, at least we're free. Well,
Wow.
We're free of our censorship. Yeah. Dude, one time, man, this girl was like, I saw a girl like they're gonna make and like what's that called, trans hate, and I was like, honestly, they were like, make it normal, right? But since they're fighting the norm, they're gonna get like side eyes, Yeah. Like they're trying to make it normal, but like biologically, that's not normal.
Speaking of biologically, if you were a reptile, what would you be?
If I was a reptile, probably a gecko.
What does a gecko sound like?
15% off on car insurance.
Oh,
No, it just looks like a chill reptile, bro. Like I can find myself swimming in a lily pad with like a cute glass of lemonade.
Talking about a frog.
Huh? You'd be a frog?
That's an amphibian.
It's still a reptile.
Are amphibians reptiles?
Wait, is a gecko a reptile?
No, a gecko is a reptile. That's a lizard. But I was like, what you're describing is a frog.
Oh yeah, I guess. What would you be?
Kind of like the chameleon.
Chameleon? Ooh, I changed my mind. I'll be a salamander.
Oh, I can see it.
I'm so slimy. But that might be an amphibian.
No, that's a lizard, right?
I think. What's a salamander to you guys? Drop the questions below.
Are they green or orange?
I think they change color.
Like a chameleon?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of reptiles can change colors.
Dude, what if we could change colors?
Dude, imagine we can change races, man. I like imagine. I could see myself being like Norwegian for a day.
Why?
Because I'm white.
That's like the whitest white you can think of, huh?
Yeah.
You're right. That's pretty white.
What other race would you wake up as?
100% like Chinese.
Aren't you already Chinese?
I'm a quarter.
Well, why?
I want to know what it's like to be good at math.
I mean, it doesn't.
I'm not good at math at all.
But you do. Your job's a numbers game.
Like easy addition and like stuff like that. I mean, like I want to do the complicated calculus shit.
Oh, I don't even know that. I'm not that Asian, man. The Asians that do it is like the Chinese and the Japanese.
That's what I'm saying.
Korea is like the entertainment capital of Asia.
And Koreans can be pretty good at math too.
Well, they look kind of. There's a lot of guys that look a little, zesty.
I'd be down to be Korean too. I'm not coordinated They can dance.
Koreans. I think I'm glad I am where I am. Are you glad about your race mixture?
Pretty mixed, but yeah, it's cool.
Did you grow up wanting more?
I always grew up thinking I was more Asian than I was because I always was surrounded by more Asians.
How are your white friends these days?
Quieter.
Really?
They're more independent. Like, they're not in a big group like the Asians are. So I guess that's why I don't see them as often. But like they're just living their lives on their own.
I feel it.
They're all coupled up too.
Honestly, you gotta get coupled up too, man.
I don't have one white single friend. I do have single Asian friends.
Oh yeah, dude, Asians are hoes. But you know, I guess hoes.
Would you say Filipinos like the hoiest Asian? I love Filipinos. I'm friends with all of you, but I do think Filipinos fuck around a little more.
Maybe because you're only friends with Filipinos.
I don't know. I don't see it like a Chinese fuckboy.
Well, get in a Chinese group.
Isn't that a weird thought?
No, there's Chinese fuckboys. Anyone with Nguyen or Tran in their name?
That's Viet.
Well,
those are Vietnamese names.
Viet out toxic's Filipino.
I didn't say toxic.
I guess
I didn't say toxic.
Like I'm gonna just say this. I think Filipinos are I think they're more toxic than Hoey.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say they're more like on the horny side. I wouldn't say toxic. But you are a Filipino. I'm not. So.
I mean, as a Filipino, there's a lot of bad. You know, sometimes like it's weird. Actually, in this other podcast, there is a lot of inbreed.
Inbreed?
Yeah.
Like Filipinos on Filipinos?
Dude, Filipinos are like the Hicks of Asia. And I would assume Japan too. Because like Japan and Philippines are a small island. Like how much can the gene pool diversify?
Well, Philippines is pretty big.
I know, but in the scope of like your US or your Asia, we're just an island.
I guess.
I know. Well, what do you think about Russians, dude? Dude, Russians are crazy,
they're
man.
They're massive. They're huge.
Are you sure?
Like not fat. I mean like giants.
And
there's this Russian couple like where I live. The wife is like 2 feet taller than the husband.
Whoa. What's her name? Helga?
I don't know. But
or Vlada?
Dude, she has to be 7 feet tall. Hella tall.
You know what? I actually like the Russian community. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. I think
they're like white Indians.
They're really they're really savvy.
They like, I don't know if they're like they're educated in finance. Let me just say that.
Yeah, they're resourceful.
It like you can give a boat to a Russian and he'll make it into a city. Russians, man, they're crazy.
Yeah, I've never had Russian food.
Do you think it's cold?
'Cause they're from like the cold.
Yeah, Russians are Asian.
Yeah, but isn't that weird?
That's so weird. I was like, are we Europe? I would like some would think that Russians are Europe's leftovers, and they just regurgitate it on top of Asia. I think people
still associate them with the European, though.
I do too, because they're white.
They fit the European
mold.
Yeah.
What do you think about British people?
That's European, right? Yeah.
I know, but specifically British.
I don't think they have.
Bad food. Teeth?
Yeah.
Ooh. You know what's crazy? Can you believe like the English language came from England? Where do you think we got our accent from? From like, when did
how did we go from that accent to
when did we go from T to T?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Cause like cause the Amish spoke in a British accent one time too.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it became, New York, I actually like the New York accent. Sometimes I'm in the shower and I practice my New York accent.
Isn't that from like the Italians?
I know, but Italians don't speak English.
But the Italians that migrated to like New York areas. Speaking of Italians, what's like the worst drug you can imagine being on?
There's a lot. I mean, I as of now, fentanyl or acid, because I'm naturally an overthinker. You?
I'm just afraid of like smelling bad and bad hygiene. So I'd have
Wait,
to
are
go.
we talking about drugs?
Yeah.
Why did it smell bad? Where did that come from?
I'm going somewhere with this. Like, I'm afraid of smelling bad and like bad hygiene, and I think meth makes you look the dirtiest.
Honestly, anything like do you think is meth and cocaine the same?
No.
Well, both make you look bad.
Not necessarily.
Well, there's a glow down in like both. But meth is like way worse.
If you compared the cocaine users to the meth users, they don't compare.
Why?
Because
does cocaine is it an upper or a downer? If you
it's like an upper.
Ooh, so, and what's meth? Like a super downer?
Yeah, like you inject yourself with that shit. With like cocaine, you can just snort it.
I've seen some drug videos, man. People who take meth, it's like they like the universe temporarily revokes a chromosome.
I went in a house where they had a meth lab.
And you sold it?
No, my parents were looking to buy a house, and we ended up touring this one that was a meth lab. It was actually a couple houses down from Jerome.
That's crazy.
We didn't buy it.
That's good. Like, honestly, have you watched the series Breaking Bad?
No.
They cooked up some good meth, and then they made like billions in a few months. Well, what's your opinion on drug money? Like, do you look down on it, or are you like money's money?
I mean, money's money's money.
Because like if you have like a good argument for either or,
that would like I did have a question like what crimes out there do you think are justifiable? Would you say drug money is one of them?
Yeah, because you made it out, but in a way you're like
but you're constantly
hurting
like,
people.
You're constantly like dipping back into because you have to still associate with those people because they're the ones that buy it.
Yeah, and you're like making people addicted.
Mm-hmm.
So you're adding to the addiction problem.
Yeah, so you could say like, oh, you're not killing anyone, but low-key are.
Well,
slowly.
Like in terms of drug money, man, I say just don't tell anyone. Personally, drug money is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about having a dispensary?
Oh, for like weed?
Like have a garden for that bud.
I mean, I've imagined it.
Dude,
I'm not good at taking care of plants.
I know, like there's this teacher who retired from teaching to like grow. And he makes like 4 times more.
Really? I feel like the weed business is like
getting
saturated.
Yeah. Dude, weed is getting basic. So what do you do now to like spice it up?
I don't do anything. Kava?
Honestly, dude.
And
even that's getting kinda.
Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't.
I'm talking about saturation.
What?
Is it popular, you think?
Kava? I think it's getting a lot more popular.
I know, but oh, can you tell them your codeine story?
Oh yeah, since we're on the drug topic. I got my wisdom teeth out recently and I was in excruciating pain and they gave me ibuprofen.
Hold up, let me restart real quick.
They also gave me like codeine coated pills to help with the pain. And it was hella painful, so I just went straight for the codeine. I didn't even bother with the weak shit. And I took that shit and I was tripping. Like my parents are worried about me. I was like hang on to the banister, like rocking back and forth.
Ooh, like a possessed,
Yeah, something took over me. Like my eyes were bloodshot red. I was itching my face and my scalp.
Do you think it's the circumstance? Would you take it as a drug instead of a painkiller?
No, that was not enjoyable at all.
Really?
I was tripping. Like, and the worst part is, it didn't take the pain away. It didn't even take the pain away.
What the fuck's the point?
I think that's what made me trip out the most, where I was experiencing all this stuff, yet it wasn't even fixing the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what doesn't fix a problem? It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, you're
like you can't put a Band-Aid on a hemorrhage.
Right.
So you wouldn't do it again?
No.
Some people fiend for codeine.
I have a lot of them though.
I would
only
not.
took one.
Not pill form though.
It's pill form.
I know that seems like a lot, even for a doctor.
I can crush it up.
Oh no, dude! One time, I had a mouth problem too, and my doctor gave me Narco, and I was like, Narco 10 actually, and then I almost fainted. It was the night after Mona's Rager.
It's always going back to that one night.
I know. I took Narco 10 the night after, and I fainted in front of my mom. And I was like, and then my mom looked and was like, "Why are you like this?" I'm like, "I took the medicine." You're like, "What the hell? This is too much." Oh, dude, doctors be doing too much, bro. Like giving out too much.
The doctors don't even warn you about like getting addicted to it. It's usually the pharmacist. Like,
oh yeah.
Like with the codeine one, the pharmacist was like, "Oh, be careful, you get addicted." I'm like, "Just shut the fuck up. Give me the
thing that actually kills the pain."
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you might need? What drug would you take if you have a bad night? Like, let's say you argue with your future girl. What are you taking?
Something that make me forget. Probably shrooms.
How was your experience?
I think everyone has a different experience, but when I took it, I just felt happier, kind of like on cloud 9, like in my own little. You have to be in a good mindset though, and I was. If you're depressed, then it may be the total opposite.
I mean, does it help overthinkers? Like, I'm not necessarily a negative-minded person. I'm just an overthinker. It could enhance it
too. It's one of those things that everyone's different.
Did you see anything? Like, were the curtains like, was it like waves?
Yeah, like that stuff. Yeah, like different colors.
Are the visuals on YouTube like real? There's some stuff like that make eyeballs out of everything.
Mine wasn't that trippy.
So was it like borderline normal, but everything was vibrating?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be euphoric?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I were to forget, probably the old-fashioned alcohol,
Alcohol doesn't make me forget.
Well,
in fact, it makes me remember everything.
It makes you honest, though. It makes you forget you have boundaries. That's why people, sometimes people are molesty with alcohol in them. It's like, ooh. What's the most lit you've got? Like you're not sober. What's the most social you've been because of it? Because even though just because of anything, because I don't remember you being a social butterfly, even on a lit note.
Yeah, I keep to myself.
Even after all of the stuff. I would say audiotistic for you.
Yeah, that's definitely one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Which is why you should go on Wednesday.
I can't do what I did audiotistic. What's your number one life hack?
My number one life hack?
At the ripe old age of 24.
Shit, using plastic. I can just throw that shit away, man. I don't want to use a damn.
Now that I moved out, I appreciate plastic and paper shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing dishes.
Yeah, but I would do it if I live alone. Because it's only one guy's worth of dishes, but on the real, I use plastic at home.
I know something. What I did. You remember when we made cupcakes?
Yeah.
I threw the cupcake thing away.
You threw the tray away?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
I tried scrubbing that shit off in the sink and it wouldn't come off. So I was like, I threw it in the dishwasher and it was still dirty. And
there's not a sponge for that, right?
what?
You don't use a sponge for that. You use an iron.
An iron thing?
Yeah, it's an iron scraper.
I put it through the dishwasher like 3 different times and it just wouldn't.
It washes. It doesn't scrape.
Still, I got so tired of it, I threw it away.
Bruh.
I mean, I was thinking like, you know what? This shit was only $5. I'm throwing this shit away.
When are your parents coming?
They already came.
Oh, what do they think?
They like it.
Did you cook them up something?
No, we just went to a restaurant.
Oh, well, how is it having accepting parents?
It's good. Like, they're accepting.
Yeah.
They just tell me not to date.
Oh yeah, I'd tell you not to date, dude. Do you think? Well, what's your life hack?
My life hack. My life hack. Honestly, this is gonna sound lame. Talk to as little people as possible.
But you're the one who wants to go out all the time.
With the same people, though. I don't have drama in my life, and I'm coming to the conclusion that it's because I'm not constantly seeking new relationships. And when I say relationships, I mean friendships too. Like, I just feel like the more you invite, the more likely your world can get disrupted.
I mean, it's also how much you say too. Like, so that
there's such a thing as being like in the wrong place at the wrong time. Same thing with the wrong people.
But if you assume that everyone's in the wrong place at the wrong time, aren't you manifesting it?
I'm not assuming it.
But how is that right?
It's more of like I've already lived it. So I'm like...
So did it close?
Being more selective.
Did the drama window close for you recently? Oh yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that house anymore.
Yeah. Like, I feel like my circle's been getting smaller actually this year, but it's better.
Okay, but the quality's there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I feel
so like, I guess, yeah, quality over quantity, socially.
I feel it. What are your new, requirements to befriend a guy? Because I haven't seen a new friend out of you.
I have to see value.
I haven't made a new friend either. Huh.
We have Josh.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, they're new. Thanks to our nurse friends.
Shout out to the nurses. But like, out of your way. Because like, if a friend's brought to you, that's already assuming they passed.
Yeah, I kind of prefer it that way.
Really?
Honestly, I don't have the energy to like go out and... Although I do have a couple from work, but that's more of on a professional level.
How do you go from professional to friends? I think that's a good question.
It takes a lot. I think it takes a lot of interaction. Like a lot. You know, for you to finally be comfortable. I don't know. That's just how I am. I'm not someone who like meet someone once and be like, "Oh, yo, let's go get a drink." I'm not like that.
Really?
No.
I see you getting lunch. Okay, I have a good question in terms of friendship. How long until you can make fun of someone?
Oh, that's,
because I was like,
I wasn't friends with Jerome for too long.
Well, he's different. Okay, we're not talking about him. Like, how long do you have to be friends to poke fun at someone? Because I've seen people where they poke fun and then the friendship just ends. Because maybe that guy poked too early.
Maybe a year.
A year?
Maybe 6 months to a year.
I feel with us is like 3.
Really?
Yeah, because like November, December, and we were fucking around January already.
Oh, you mean 3 months?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe it depends on the person.
What's the longest for you to get comfortable with someone? Whoa. Were you like, were you overthinking, can I make this joke or not?
No. It was more like overthinking, like, do I even like them?
Do you think roasting is a sign of respect?
I think it's
Or,
a
like,
sign, it's a sign
comfortability?
of comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess I was already comfortable with some people, dude, because I was like, you're a fucking loser. And that was only like 2 weeks.
And like if I see them roast me, then sometimes I see that as a green flag. Because then it gives me the go ahead, like, okay, well, fuck you too. But like in a good way.
So are you the type to poke second?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel it.
Definitely. And then I'll decide if like I want to continue or not.
How did you and Mona get goofy? How long did that take?
Years.
Years?
Mm-hmm.
I guess everyone's different. What about you and me?
You just said like 3 months.
That's from my perspective.
Honestly, I don't know.
Really?
Like that's
Actually
it's a blur.
The second month in our friendship, we were already stuck in a forest.
We were.
Yeah, because that was like December.
It's what you go through together.
Nah, because we had to team up, bruh. Dude, there might have been like some racist KKK members in that Auburn forest.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you do if if you SOS? What's the first thing you would do? Knowing I think you would kill yourself.
I would not.
Try to survive?
Mm-hmm.
You'd kill yourself?
No.
What will you do?
Try to survive.
Oh, I thought you're not a survivalist.
Are you talking about like in that specific location?
Or like if we SOS'd and then our car broke down. Like SOS Wi-Fi.
I'll probably start walking and hope that I end up somewhere. I'm not gonna give up that easily. What the fuck?
Hey, in a podcast before you said if the whole world was safari, you'd kill yourself.
Okay, that's a whole world though.
People can make tree houses.
If it's the whole world, then I'm like, I know I'm never gonna walk somewhere and end up with civilization. If the whole world's like that, yeah, fuck that.
Even if there's multiple people?
So I have to deal with multiple people in the woods?
They could be civilized.
Eventually they're gonna all smell bad.
Oh,
'Cause
God.
we're in the woods.
Do you think Adam and Eve smell bad?
Probably.
Huh.
But they probably didn't even realize it because body odor was like all they knew.
I mean, if you think about it, dude, the Greek Empire probably smelled terrible, man. You know what I've heard? Oh, this is so messed up, man. So, I saw Joe Rogan's podcast. A society usually ends up crumbling down when they start experimenting with sexuality.
That's what's happening to America.
Like in the end of the Roman Empire, I might be wrong, they started like straight stuff was already boring to them, right? So they did the homosexuality, and
they did.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about this.
And eventually occasionally bestiality, dude. And then it just happens that
you're just fucking a donkey.
Yeah, I was gonna say the empire started to end. So it's like when you experiment with that type of stuff, when you get delusional, that's usually when a society ends. Do you know the story of Nero? No. Okay. I don't know all of the stuff, but here's the synopsis. So Nero was a emperor of it's either Greek or Rome, and then for some he had multiple wives, and I think he saw this boy, right, who looked like his wife. So what Nero did, it was like, I want you to be my wife. So he castrated the little dude and just abused him until he got, until he died. And then the next thing that happened was that emperor no longer had him because I think he died, right? And then that castrated kid went to another emperor, and then he got so depressed he eventually killed himself.
I would have killed myself.
That's in Rome, man. Life is not lifing.
I wonder what was the average life expectancy back then. Like, imagine all that happening in a span of only 25 years.
Ooh, that put
at least it's over quick.
Yeah, but if you're tortured, it feels like forever though.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's really people who like looks only type, you know. But yeah, it's a bad story. That guy's in hell, I assume. Ooh, that like sex is weird.
He's probably reincarnated to like Hitler or something.
Hitler is his own thing, dude. But you know, yeah, we're closing it up soon. Let's go over our podcast. We hit impression rate of 24K. How do you feel about that?
That's cool. It kind of like hit out of nowhere.
It hit me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like the pod's growing?
Well, yeah, because went up to 24,000.
By the way, when this episode airs, it's gonna be after Halloween. So, you know, get cozy. You know what I'm saying? Snuggle a little bit. Don't accidentally finger someone. That's bad. Especially you, dude.
Whoa.
Remember that, you know.
I don't do that anymore.
Oh, shit. Remember to answer the polls on our Spotify because that helps us a lot. Did you have any more topics or you're out?
I just came up with a list that can last me as long as it can go for.
Okay.
Next time.
Give us 2 more.
2 more?
Yeah, we're like 3 more minutes.
Okay. I don't know how many dates you've been on, but what's like the cringiest thing you've ever experienced on a date?
Does it have to be with the date or like you see something?
It could be just like something you were experiencing though, not something that you saw someone else experience. Like it happened to you.
I went on a date because someone asked me, and I ended up paying for it. And I was like, I know like the guys are supposed to pay.
You're the guy.
Do you think the guys are supposed to pay or the asker?
Okay. I think that no matter what, I think the guy should pay for the first one. And then after that, whoever asks should pay.
Interesting.
But I do think I am a believer that the guy should pay first. Like on the first one.
Yeah. Dude, but this girl ordered a lot of food, man.
Really?
I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
Dude, that's genius, though. Like, being a girl, like, just asking all these guys out and then just picking out.
Dude, people do that.
Girls are bitches.
Yeah. We're not talking about women, though. Women know their
women are bigger
value.
bitches.
What about you? I bet there's a lot of cringe in your life in terms of dating.
There's tons. I
feel like that's your biggest dislike.
It is.
Like just dating, man.
That's not my strong point. Either I'm obsessed with someone and they are not with me, or they're obsessed with me and I want nothing to do with them. It's never like both ways. And if it is, it's always temporary. But there was a couple times where I've been like catfished. Not like drastically, like they were like a different gender or something.
Yo, why does your teeth look a little wider?
See, like their teeth are like hella yellow in person, or they're like 30 pounds heavier in person.
I hate that.
Like damn, like, you know,
dude, if there's a
things
filter
like
that make them look pasty, they're not.
There was a time
It's probably
where
a glow down.
I was just like, I saw this person and immediately I felt so cringy. Like I couldn't sit down with this person. So I like hesitated, but I gave this person a hug and I said, hey, I'll sit there in a minute. I have to go fresh up in the bathroom. I never came back. I left out the back door.
Through the bathroom?
Damn. You know, like I was so uncomfortable. Like the bathroom was here and then the entrance to the kitchen was here and I saw a back door through the kitchen. And my dumb ass, like,
What was the problem?
just like,
Overweight, uglier.
it was a combination. The teeth were a big thing. Like, yellow, man.
Teeth are bad if it's bad.
Yeah.
For me, I'm teeth make it or break it to me.
If they're not like the straightest in the world, it's like just they have to be okay. And I feel like yellow teeth, it's so easy to fix.
Yeah, and
if you
we're in the
don't-
United States, man.
If you don't, then
That's for third world.
Yeah.
No offense. Yeah.
so yeah.
Remember, double check. I think the rule is you need to FaceTime them.
I'd be nervous to FaceTime someone that I never like. I don't know though.
Dude, you never know, man.
I could see you doing that.
They might gender bender you. And they might like be like a criminal.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Last one for Mr.
Last
Kyle.
one? Okay. When was there a time in your life that you felt the most lost? Or place?
Place?
Yeah.
Lost or place?
Like, when did you feel the most lost? It could be a certain time in your life or a certain place.
Oh. Let's get
First thing that comes to mind.
Community college. That,
I remember that.
honestly, looking back at it, like you said before, it's better as a memory.
But you hated it.
In the moment, I hated it, but yeah, I was like, why am I here with these motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? And then, because like,
I remember that.
for you guys who don't know, I basically switched majors and I got kicked out for housing reasons regarding the fam. It was bad. I had to reiterate who
I'm taking a lapse.
I had to reiterate
Follow me on laps.
who I was. I had to reiterate who I was, and then it was like back to square one all over again. And I was like, in my head, I was like square four, and it's like, why am I at square one physically? Because I did a lot just to go back, so it pissed me off. And yeah, my journey's my journey, but that's all I gotta say. No hate to community college. I'm just hating from my perspective because it's my story. Some people, sometimes CCs might make school cheap for you guys. So do that. And maybe you don't know what to do, and CC is good for that. But in my perspective, that's when I was most lost. What about you?
In a grocery store.
We're talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry for getting all deep, bro.
No. I like your story. I don't think we would have became friends like we did if you didn't come back.
I do think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I either carry my legacy over there or I don't make Sippin news.
No, I think it all happens for a reason. But yeah, sorry to not be as deep here, but grocery store. I feel very lost in a grocery store. I almost feel like something's taking over me.
Is this a paranormal thing?
No.
Oh.
It's just me. Like, I feel like I get lightheaded and dizzy and I don't know what to do.
Is it the bright lights?
You know what? Maybe. I don't know. The fluorescent lighting, I don't know. But when I go in a grocery store, like, all of a sudden I forget what I'm there for, where everything is.
They make
I
you
feel
blank.
like a lost child. I don't know what the fuck to do. And I went grocery shopping for the first time, like, actually, like, a full-on grocery haul, like, a month ago.
Yeah.
I feel like I look clueless or anything.
I feel it.
Yeah, that's when I feel the most lost.
You know how like life's weird?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many forks in life. I like one of the biggest forks in my life is like if we didn't meet. Low key, bro. It's like this fork, you don't meet him or you meet him. Or like I already met you. It's like we get closer, we don't. Like imagine that shit, bro.
Like that fork is like one way you just remain this loud kid that woke me up during my nap at Mona's house. And then the other way is like we become real close friends and we create all this.
So would you have hated me if that fork didn't go the way?
I wouldn't have hated you. But I would have been like, man, He just wouldn't shut up.
Hey, there's people who won't shut up now.
Yeah.
And I think you're starting to realize that my comedy is actually smarter.
It is.
Like, it's snarky.
It's witty.
Yeah.
I appreciate witty humor.
Like sarcasm.
But you know what I mean about that taking a nap back then on that couch was magical for naps.
Shout out Mona's couch.
It was a really good couch.
Let's all go there.
We should do a podcast on that couch.
Can you let us? Dude, I have like
You fucked up my beauty sleep.
I slept there for like, how much is it sleep? Like 6 hours?
You slept there for 6 hours?
No, a sleep is 6 hours.
Yeah.
I had about 36 hours of sleep time there.
Damn.
That's how many times I slept on Oliver's. I had like 6 sleepovers there sometimes. Good couch, man. Where do you think you would have ended up if we didn't meet?
Shoot. I'd probably be even more serious.
Really? Do you think you would have liked that life?
Like Amish.
Amish?
I'm kidding.
That would have been crazy, man. For me, I think I'd be less entrepreneurial.
Mm.
I'm thankful for the creativity in the head, but sticking to this one is working apparently. Yeah, we'll end it there. If you liked the episode, remember, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. We are on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. Any last words, Kyle?
Thank you for always listening, and let's get that 24,000 to 50.
Yeah, thank you again, guys. We owe you a lot. Thanks for the support, and yeah. Shout out Allie for the last episode. So if you guys came from Allie's episode, we'll have her more.
Let us know if you want her back.
All right. See you guys. Can you drive to Kava? Because it's electric.
I mean, it's not fully. Actually, how much gas do you have? Like how many miles till empty?
Why?
Because whoever has the higher number drives.